as much as they wanted to be supportive of each other, and on top of that, the lady was pregnant. So it kind of upset me a little. Uh, Spoke to that guy. That guy is such a. That guy was like such a black wall that anything that given to that person, it just went for. It's not about just one person. It could be a girl also. It could be a boy also. But the point is, I hope you got my point that that is a very sensitive stage of a girl's life, right? So at that point, mostly men are very supportive, but if they are not, then it becomes a real, real thing to think about. Um, yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I feel that it is so just easy to live your life and be happy, but people unnecessarily make it complicated. And this leads to one thing to another and stuff like that. So, let me talk to you about early childhood and physical and cognitive memories today. I think it'll make a very interesting topic to know about. Yeah, thank you so much, Heidi. Okay, so yeah, Heidi, you have no idea how much it was important for me to know that yes, let those people go. I mean, you you just reminded me. It was just coming back and forth in my head, and you just really helped me right now in just forgetting, trying to forget that person. Um, I mean, people are. There was a study that was done long time back. Um, in that it was said that, and it was found that people are generally good. Yeah, Heidi, life teaches you so many things. Like once we all grow up, it's different from what it is what we learn in fairy tales. It's not all that hunky dory. So thank you. So why don't we do one thing? So yeah, before we move on to the next step, I want to discuss this thing with you. In that study, it was said that mostly people are good. Like people are like good. I will share. I will try to find out that study with statistics and share with you guys. So it was found out in that study that mostly people are good, but it is the 1% bad people, so-called bad people, or people with different point of views, who are responsible to derail the goodness of the good person. And it is so important at that point of time to protect yourself from those people, from those kind of vibes, from those kind of per se bad vibes, or per se bad people, or per se vibes of such people who are so pessimistic or have so little knowledge in them, and so and they're so skewed in their approach towards things that they can just only think about me, mine, and me alone. So we have to learn to protect ourselves from those people, and it is very hard. We all are human, as I have mentioned that before as well. It is a possibility that we do get we do tend to follow up those people at times because it is easy, right? The path to goodness, the path to virtuousness, the path to being alone in a place where it is difficult to be, is difficult, is not that easy. But that there is where the challenge is, and there is where I feel to have a community around you of good people with whom you can discuss, with whom you can talk, with whom you can vent out, is so 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 important. So I feel I am so fortunate to have you guys like here, wherein I can just discuss myself and also listen to you guys. You can tell me something and I can tell you my point of view on things. So it's very important to be a part of such community, such positive looking people. So I'm glad that we all are here today with that purpose in mind. So protect yourself as much as you can, is all I can say. Protect yourself from those negative people. Stay away from those pessimist people. It is possible sometimes to get flown away by their methodologies, but then be aware and try to come out of it. Come out of their company and be with your own self. So it was. But my request to all you people is one more thing. Girls are designed, women are designed in a certain way. Men and boys are designed in a certain way. And if you think that uh, women can be like men, it is not possible. Men can be like women, it is not possible. We both are there with a different set of uh, duties on this earth. A man has to support women, similarly a woman has to support a man. But this kind of thing would come when you guys are aware for each other. If somebody has not said I love you to their spouse or to their partners or boyfriends or friends whom they like, please do that. Please let the people whom you love know that you love them. It is so important. You will feel good with that. It is not about the other person. They will definitely feel good, but you go and tell them I love you, you are nice, you do so many things for me. Both ways. It A girl should also go and appreciate her man, and a man should also go and appreciate her woman. And that is when there will be a balance in life. It is so possible that you might not like certain things of that other person, but then every time try to let go. But if you're not able to let go, then just smile and move on. Because by now, after a certain period of time, our personalities are developed, our behaviors are developed, and it is quite uncertain and quite impossible to change them all of a sudden. We do adapt. It's a good idea to adapt, but sometimes we are not able to, and at that point we have to look at ourselves, our happiness, and then just smile and move on. Because you will not be able to change the world, and we all know that the world is not a good place. But to that one person in your life, your spouse, your husband, your wife, just go today and tell them, your friend, your mother, your father, anybody who you live with, please go and tell them that I love you and thank you for everything, you know. Thank you for everything that you do for me. You will feel so good and appreciate it. Obviously, the other person will also replicate, but go with a mindset that you don't want anything. So be nice to people, and people will be nice to you. I hope it works out for everybody, but be aware and do do your duties. So now let's go into learning about a little of about our early childhood and the physical and cognitive abilities that we develop over a period of time. So While I'm taking this discussion, I would request you all and encourage you to relate everything we speak about here with your own experiences in life. Things that you remember, things that you would want to remember. So, if you have a pen and paper, probably you can take it down. And in the beginning of our 30-day challenge, I encouraged you, I urged you all to have a diary, have an annual diary, and every day when we meet, you write something about it. And even if we don't meet, you have to write in 50 to 100 words about your day that day and how you felt that day and why. Anything important that you want to remember from that day, or you just don't want to remember from that day. These 30 days of journaling will tell you that what was your mood, what was your, how did you tackle the different problems in your life, and how can you better them. So, in case you still have that diary with you, it is okay. Otherwise, you can start making a diary. And uh, now I plan to extend this. I'm thinking about it, but do have a plan to have another 5 year challenge, and let's see how do we all progress in our lives and how do we do it. But I have to still figure out how can we take it ahead in this environment. More on that later. But let's do this part. So, write down about your earliest memory. I will give you 1 minute, and anything that comes about your earliest memory in mind, just write it down in one or two sentences. Till then, we all will just think, and for people who have already written down, it is okay. For people who have not written down, we'll do a 1 minute meditation. Just sit at your place, close your eyes, and keep breathing deeply. Breathe in from your nose, breathe out from the top of your head. Think about your earliest memory from childhood. Are you sitting with your parents, playing with your sibling? Think about a happy memory, or think about something that made you sad. What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Now, with this memory in your mind, remember it. Take a deep breath, breathe out. Now, take up any pencil, paper, or anything that is there around you and write it down on it. Write down that memory that you just had in your mind. So tell me, is that memory from your late childhood, from the age of 6 to 11 years, or from your toddler years when you were very little, before 6 years of age? Does anybody want to share that? Do they have their memories from 6 to 11 years of age, or they recalled a memory before 6 years of age? Okay, so let me share a study with you. So, you would be surprised to know that many people's earliest memories that was found in these studies was fictional. So, when this large survey of people's first memories was done, nearly 40% of participants reported a first memory that is likely to be fictional. According to this study, this was a revelation for all the scientists. And even current research indicates that people's earliest memories date from around 3 to 3.5 years of age. Can you believe it that you are able to remember so many things from that period of time? But there are 38.6% of the population who have memories from age 2 or even younger. And there are like around 1,000 people in those studies who participated. They claimed that they had memories from age 1 or younger. So who are those people who were able to recall their memories from that age? They were generally people among middle age and older adults. To investigate people's first memories, the researchers who did this study asked participants to detail their first memory along with their age at the same time. In particular, participants were told that the memory itself had to be one that they were certain they remembered. It should not be based on, for example, a family photograph or a family history or a family story or any source other than direct experience. And it was found where after examining all the content, language, nature, and descriptive detail of respondents' earliest memories, descriptions, and from these an evaluation was done that the likely reason why people claim memories from an age that research indicates they cannot be formed. People were able to remember things when they were like 1 year old, 3 to 3.5 year old, or 2 year old of age, when they were in their middle age or were older adults. And it was found that after a very thorough research that it is not possible for them to have those memories. As many of these memories dated before the age of 2 and younger, the authors of those studies suggested that these fictional memories are based on remembered fragments of early experience, such as a pram or a stroller. family relationships, and feeling sad, and some facts or knowledge about their own infancy or childhood, which may have been derived from photographs or family conversations. It wasn't their direct experience. So basically, what a rememberer has in mind when recalling fictional, improbably early memories is an episodic memory, like mental representation consisting of remembered fragments of early experience and some facts or knowledge about their own infancy or childhood. So you see, uh, it's not important that what you remember as a direct experience, if it is not a direct experience and if you don't remember it as a direct experience, is your experience from that life, that particular point in life. It could be a derived experience as well, and mostly it is like that. That experience which is not your direct experience is called as your fictional memory. You feel that it is what you have, that this memory is yours, but it is not like that. So in this study, a lot of people who reported their memories were related to infancy, and a typical example would be a memory based around a pram. So but this is not the case. How would you remember yourself being in a pram when you are under 14 months? And what do you think about this person? Why does he remember this memory from his pram? So, the reason that was given was this type of memory could have resulted from someone saying something like, "Mother had a large green pram." The person then imagines what it would have looked like. Over time, these fragments then become a memory in that child's head. And often the person will start to add things in such as a string of toys along the top. There were so many toys on the pram, etc., etc. And the funny part is the person remembering them doesn't even know that this is fictional. In fact, when people are allowed and told that their memories are false, they often don't believe it. And this is partly due to the fact that the symptoms or the systems that allow us to remember things are very complex. And it's not until we are like 5 or 6 that we form adult like memories due to the way that the brain develops and due to our maturing understanding of the world. So think again, if you have a very bad memory about certain thing, it maybe it didn't happen. It's also called as, in scientific terms, as infantile amnesia. So I wanted to discuss that about with you. Let me also share something with you. Like one of my earliest memories at about the age of 4 is sitting in the kitchen where I had discovered a pack of matches. So having watched my one of my relatives smoking all the time, I kind of imitated the strike of a match which ignited as I dropped it to the floor. Fortunately, it did not cause a burn or a fire. But I consider that this memory is fairly likely to have occurred. Now, in the same period, I have also a vivid memory of being led to the edge of a hill by two older playmates. They used a set of toy handcuffs to bind me as I laid at the edge. I was terrified and felt if I moved, I might fall or roll down that steep hill. Since the hill of my memory was located in my backyard where there was no hill, and since the older boys do not appear in any other recollection, I label this very vivid memory as probably false. Such recollections are referred to as rich false memories. So, this way you can try to find what memories, like if it is a rich false memory or if it is an infantile memory that you remembered. You can also try to relate with these memories if those were your direct experiences or this is something you feel. Sometimes you feel the pain or probably like there are so many examples I can give you on this, but probably tomorrow after you have done a little bit of recollection of your memories and try to locate them, them in your mind if they were really your direct experiences or those are something that you really felt that those were your memories. So now let's talk about the physical changes in early childhood. So most young children seem to have boundless energy and are quite active. Changes in height and weight are far slower in the preschool years than in infancy. Motor skills continue to improve gradually, with marked improvement in large muscle skills and slower advances in small muscle skills. There are several ways children can work on motor development. Now, brain growth, synapse formation, and myelinization continue in early childhood, although at a pace slower than in infancy. Neurological milestones, which the scientists talk about, such as like handedness, like trying to hold something with your hand, happen between 2 and 6 years of age. And you would be surprised to know, or probably you know about this already, about 9 out of 10 of us are right handed. There is a part in our brain called as hippocampus that is involved in the transfer of information to long term memory. Now, that gets myelinated during this period of time. Hippocampus is very important part of our brain and it is very important to the formation of long term memory. During infancy, when we are very little, less than 2 years of age, the connections between the hippocampus and the cerebral cortex are maturing, but not yet mature. That may relate to the inaccessibility of earlier memories. By this I mean that if the path between your hippocampus, the structure in the brain which is responsible for you to convert your short-term memory into long-term memory, is not linked with the cerebral cortex properly, then it is a possibility that you might not be able to access your earlier memories because hippocampus starts maturing even before the age of 2, and probably it is because of that immature connections that you might be unable to remember much about the first 3 years of your life. And this thing is what I just discussed is called as infantile amnesia. So I think it's getting too technical and boring. Yes, I know. First years of life. This is amazing, Heidi, that you remember so much. So today we discussed about infantile amnesia. We also discussed about the rich false memories, like something I explained this to you with like vivid memories, and which are actually not true. We also learned that 9 of 10 people are right-handed, and what other things that I discussed was uh, yeah, these were the major things that I discussed, and I also discussed about the connection between the hippocampus and the cerebral cortex, the importance of the connection between the hippocampus and the cerebral cortex, and how it helps you remember, remember things before the age of 3 years old. So people who are missing that connection at that nascent age of 2 years, they generally it is very difficult for them to remember things that happened in their life from before 3 years of age. So it's a few things to think about memory, and think about those things, and you can probably I'll post these things in the group as well, so that if somebody wants to go back and do a little bit of research about themselves and would want to know that why do they remember only this much or that much. Like the other day somebody uh, told me that how can they remember things from their childhood, and I told them that they can use Q system. So there's something called as Q system. So I'm going to post all of this information that we discuss every day in the group, so so that it becomes easier for you guys to go back and refer to it as notes, and also get on how to relate your memories. Let me write it. Let me know if somebody has anything to share or say. These are very good concepts to understand. I wish that you find this information useful and do your own research as well. Because when you will do that research, you will see that how much you can go back into your head and remember things. And in case you're not able to, then the reason about it, so that you can work upon it through the by using the cue system, and try to remember more and more stuff about yourself. So let's do 5 minutes of meditation, and then we will call it off. It's getting late for everybody, and I'm also sleepy. Okay, so let's take deep breaths. Breathe in from your nose and breathe out from the top of your head. Breathe in from your nose and breathe out from your whole face. Breathe in from your nose and breathe out from your throat, the back of your head. You're sitting on a beach. The beautiful shore of the beach is shining. There is a ship coming from far away towards you. It has your happy memories. Your happy memories are waving towards you. The ship is coming towards you, and you are smiling. You're smiling with happiness, hope, love, affection. The ship is docked at the shore now, and your happiest memory with hope, love, and affection is coming to you. It walks down and sits next to you and smiles at you and tells you, always be the same. It tells you to look into yourself and find that spark again, the spark of happiness, the spark of love, the spark of joy. It gets up and embraces you, and you smile. Always remember that love surpasses everything. Be lovable towards others. Be lovable to you, to your own self. Thank everyone around you. Let go anything that doesn't help you grow in life. Let go of all the negativity. Bring in all the positivity. Now take deep 5 breaths. Breathe in from your nose and breathe out from the top of your head. Rub the palms of your hands. Gently press your eyes, your cheeks, your eyebrows, your forehead, the temples of your head, the top of your head, the back of your head, your neck. Pull down your ears gently. Rub the area surrounding your ears. Press the jaw. Rub your throat region, your shoulders, your upper chest, the sides of your body, your stomach, your legs. Press the middle of your feet, the heels, the back of the lower back, the middle back, upper back if you can. Take a deep breath. Bring your hands to the heart center and we will say our wellness prayer. You can repeat after me if you want. Our self development is possible only if we maintain a balanced state of mind all the time, all the time, all the time. With that prayer in mind, bow down to Mother Earth and thank her for this beautiful day. Namaste. I hope you found the information and the practice useful. And now you can go to bed more calmly, peacefully. So, with that, I will end the session and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, Heidi. Thank you. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. So, right. Yeah, blessings and sweet dreams to everyone from Heidi. Yeah, take care of yourself, guys. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye. Bye, everybody.